Hey everybody, I'm David from Sunshine Co-Host, and we all know Airbnb is becoming more crowded and competitive every day. Follow this survival guide to overhaul your entire listing and make it stand out and bring in serious cash. We're going to cover 3 distinct pillars to making your listing pop. We're going to talk about the top ways to stand out overall. We're going to tell you how to overhaul your photo checklist, and we're going to give you tips to overhaul your descriptions. Now let's dive in. Top 6 ways to stand out overall. Standing out is a mindset. Don't just fill out the blank spaces on your listing. Approach this with the intention of grabbing people's attention and keeping it. Here are the things you need to keep in mind as you overhaul your listing and make it stand out. Be the first to reply. This is listed first because it is arguably the single most underrated thing that you can do to stand out, and it's simple and free. When potential guests are looking at listings, they'll often send messages to a handful of rentals that they're interested in. And people are trying to lock in their accommodations and check it off their to-do list. And if you're able to reply quickly and answer any questions that they have, you'll get more bookings just by sheer virtue of being the first person to reply. Number 2, keep it real. Now this might seem super simple, but far too often people write their Airbnb profiles and they feel the need to exaggerate and or oversell themselves. Be 100% candid and focus on the best elements of your rental property. If you stretch the truth about anything, it's going to come out anyways in the form of a negative review. And managing expectations is a crucial way to getting your Superhost status. What makes you unique? What are the things that set you apart from other rental homes? Do you have an amazing location? Do you have gorgeous interior decoration and top-of-the-line furniture? Or maybe you have a dedicated game room. Make a list of at least 1, but preferably 2 or 3 things that you can boast about and be sure they're highlighted in your listings. More on that later. 4, stories stand out. Along with what makes you unique, tell the story of what a stay at your rental property is going to be like. Stop thinking of it as just a listing. For example, don't just say close to downtown. Instead say, you'll love exploring the amazing downtown shops that are within walking distance. Don't just say beach access. Instead say, you'll soak up the sun at your whim with direct access to the beach. When you start telling the guests the story of their stay, they're going to start to visualize it. 5, don't overlook your host profile. People want to know who they're renting from. And a cardinal sin of many vacation rental owners is that they have a wonderful listing of their property, but their personal host profile is barren. So be sure to have a great photo of yourself in which you're smiling, and don't skimp on the specifics of who you are. If you love jazz, have a sweet spot for coffee, or a healthy addiction to golf, then put that in your bio. Use at least 50 words, and remember that you want potential guests to trust you as an Airbnb host, so it's important that you formally verify your listing. 6, Superhost status is king. Our goal is to help you earn your status of Airbnb Superhost in the eyes of Airbnb. This is a seal of approval that shows that your customers love you and that Airbnb trusts you. In fact, some travelers will only stay in listings that have achieved Superhost status. This isn't something that you apply for, but once you meet the criteria, Airbnb will update your status during one of their quarterly assessments. They do this check every 3 months on January 1st, April 1st, July 1st, and October 1st. Here's what they're looking for. 10 completed trips or 3 completed reservations that are at or over 100 nights total. You have a response rate of 90% or higher to customers. Have a 1% cancellation rate or lower overall. And you have a rating that's 4.8 or higher. So how do you hit those stats? Well, keep watching and we'll walk you through several ways to improve your listing to stand out and book more trips. Photo overhaul checklist. Photos are critical to making your booking stand out from the rest. And if your property doesn't look amazing, most folks won't even bother to look at the rest of your listing. Here's your photo overhaul checklist to give your listing a facelift and book more Airbnb rentals. 1, the more photos, the better. No less than 10 photos, at least 1 for each room. 2, take photos of your amenities, i.e. bikes, beach chairs, etc. 3, take the photos during the day. Sunlight will make them pop. 4, if there's no natural light present, have as much light in the photo as possible. 5, Turn off your phone's flash. It's not flattering at all to the space. 6. Don't try any fancy angles. The phone should be level with the floor. 7. For camera height, stay eye level or higher. Always include the tops of beds, tables, and counters. 8. Try a mix of holding your phone in portrait and landscape mode and see what looks better for various locations. With that being said, for 9, never use a portrait photo up and down in your listing's grid or it will get cut off. 10. Don't hold the phone over your head. Photos tend to be crooked and out of focus and have an unnatural perspective. 11. Choose a focal point of the picture. Beds in a bedroom, couches in a living room. 12. Don't show any clutter or messes. The photos need to look sleek. 13. Show spotless pictures of clean bathrooms. People love this. 14. Include close-ups of beds showing clean bedding with your bedroom photos. 15. Take outdoor photos about an hour before sunset so you get that perfect golden hour lighting. 16. Include photos for outdoor amenities such as pools, patios, and porches. 17. You don't need pictures of the neighborhood, so just focus on your listing. And number 18 is never include photos of yourself or other people. You want your guests to imagine themselves at your rental. Bonus tip. Don't use lackluster photo captions. People tend to shortcut this part, and it's a critical mistake. This is a powerful real estate that you can use to set your listing apart. Use descriptive words and give details. For example, when listing a bed, a caption could be luxurious king-size bed with a top-of-the-line Tempur-Pedic mattress. Description overhaul tips. We're going to give you some of that secret sauce to overhaul your description to get the most bookings possible. Keep the following things in mind to make your guests feel like your listing is one of a kind. Make your title pop. Capitalize every word and mention some amenities. Beachside apartment with jacuzzi and home theater, for example. Your space is limited. Airbnb gives you a certain amount of space to write your description, so you need to make every word count. Think about your guests. Ask yourself, what would I be looking for if I was renting? And mention those things in the listing. Give a call to action. Actually ask your potential guests for the business at the end of the listing by including language like book with us now or contact us today to secure your reservation. Try to follow this structure. Intro. Pack this with everything that makes you special, but abbreviate it. Describe each room. Short paragraphs that talk about anything that sets you apart, blackout blinds, smart TV, views, anything like that, for example. 3. Outdoor info. You have a patio, a garden, a jacuzzi, swing set, then list it. 4. Overall location and area. Give an overview of the area including great restaurants or any other must-visit places. Now here's a pricing hack. If your listing is new, this trick could work for you to get bookings fast. Price your location way cheaper than surrounding competitors, up to 50% off starting out. And then once you get 3 to 4 reviews or an abundance of booking requests, you can start raising the rates slowly. And finally, let us help you with optimizing your Airbnb listing. Whether you need help creating an Airbnb listing, guidance on how to book more short-term rentals, or want to be completely hands-off, we can help. Follow the link in the description and let's talk about how we here at Sunshine Co-Hosting can make your listing stand out today.